Hello, my wonderful developers. Welcome to another series in our JavaScript tutorial. And today, guess what? I'll be talking about JavaScript object. In the last series, we talked about JavaScript functions and we saw how functions can be used to make our code look more neat and avoid repetition. Trust me, today we're going to be looking at how we can save complex data and more data in a variable using JavaScript object. So this is gonna, I'll try to make it as short as possible. So and it's beginners friendly. So these tutorials, I'm not going in depth into the usage of these stuffs. Remember, you learn the basics, then when we go to building stuffs, I am going to explain every steps on the way. So stick with me and make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button. See you on the inside. So here I have my browser, my VS Code set up with my HTML and my JavaScript. Basically, just a comment here. So for those of you who are not aware, I always take my reference from Java Point. I find their tutorials easy and simple to understand. So let's look at what they have for us. So a JavaScript object is an entity having state and behavior, that is properties and methods, for example, car, pen, bike, chair, glass, keyboard, and whatsoever. So JavaScript is an object-based language. Everything is an object in JavaScript. Have that in mind. JavaScript is an object-based language. So everything in JavaScript is an object. And JavaScript is template-based. Okay, so we're going to look at the various way we can create objects in JavaScript. Just going to show you the basic syntax. So in JavaScript, we have what we call the key value pairs. So items are stored in an object as key value pairs. And what do I mean? Okay, so we have a variable. Let's human human. So basically, this is a variable. A variable could hold different data types. It could hold different kind of properties such as strings, numbers. It could hold objects. It could store so many stuff, and you're going to see them in JavaScript on how we get to do those. So object is key value pair. So when you see this curly bracket, it denotes an object. So this is the way we write object in JavaScript. And then we have key value pair. We have key and value. So just have a reminder, this is the syntax. So I just comment this out and call this variable name. So we have the variable name, then we have our key and value. So let's take a quick example. Let human is equals to, then we're going to have then in object, the idea of object is to use it to store complex stuff. I mean, more details about a specific object. I'm using human here, so because a human have different properties. A human have a name, have an age, have some other stuffs like maybe his height, whatsoever. So I'm just going to use this as an example, and we're going to look at other examples as we proceed. So let human equals to, so the name of the human. So yeah, we have the name. Name is Joseph. I'm using my name and age. Just put 15. Okay, so you can see basically everything is same. The name is a kind of is the key in which we use to reference the value, which is name is Joseph. It's just the common English say, okay, the name of this human is Joseph and the age of this human is 15. You understand? You could add so many things like height and you add 55. Okay, I don't know, feet. I think 55 feet or so. Okay, so I just say like 55 feet, and that is the height for this human. And basically, this is the basic stuff in object, and probably as you're starting out, this is just what you're going to be needing. There are other advanced stuff in objects, and you're going to understand those as you proceed. In JavaScript, you don't need to bore yourself with those concepts. Just learn, understand how they work. You might not really use them, but the idea of how they work is what we need. Okay, good. So we have a human. Let's quickly console.log and see what we have. Human. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, I'll just refresh this. Oh, cool. You can see that we have the object. It's giving us the objects. So we say console.log human, that is the object, and it's giving us everything here. So there are two ways we could access properties, that is the key and value in an object. And the first one is using the dot notation, that is using human dot key, or human, then we have this, then the key. So these are the two ways we could access an item in an object. So let's quickly get the name of this human dot. So as I click on dot, you can see it's bringing out some suggestion. That's telling you that yeah, we are on point, and it's telling you, okay, these are the properties in this object, and we could go for anyone, right? Yeah, so that's it. So I could click on name, and when I reload my browser, you can see, whoa, cool, it's giving me the name. That's awesome. So let's also try to get the age human. Let's use the other method. Then, oh cool, you can see it's also bringing out the stuff. So it's, you can see that there are different ways we could access the different properties of an object. So basically, let's kind of just I think we could also access the key. That is, we could also access the key. Yeah. Let's see. I think console.log object dot keys. Okay, let's see human. Okay, let's see how that. Oh cool. So you see it's giving us the keys in an object. So you can see we have the different keys. What it did, it converted it to an array. An array is another topic which we are going to talk about in the next session. So after arrays, then we can start looking at some advanced concepts and in building project, right? That's cool. So we could also get the keys. Let's just get in the keys in an object. So just have this in mind. You might not really need it now. Okay, so let's quickly look at how we could add items to an object. We could also initialize an object by doing some stuff like this. Okay, now you can see here we just created the object and fill in the data. Yeah, that is one way. Okay, so let's quickly look at another way we could create that. Okay, so that's what is being done here. We created the object and we fill it up. So now we could just create an instance. Okay, good. So I want to create an instance of a car as an object. So let's car is equals to new object. Okay, so I could then start filling the properties of the car. So we could say car dot let's say car dot name. Let me just say Toyota. I think that's the Toyota. That's the one that's coming to my head. Then we have car dot brand. Date. Let's put date. Production date actually. So that's 2023 model. Yeah, I don't know if they have 2023 model, but let's just keep it at that. Okay, so we have car date, that's the production day. I mean, could have car dot price is equals to, let's put it at $5,000. Yeah, it might be way more than that, but yeah, just for practice. So let's quickly console.log the car to see. Let's see. Whoa, cool. So you see it's giving us same thing like the first one. So basically in JavaScript there are different ways you could achieve different stuff, but whatever works for you, and it's fine and it's good. I think that you should go for that. So it's based on preference, and sometimes you just need to follow a specific pattern just to get some things right. But this is another way we could instantiate and fill up an object, and we could also change the properties of an object by referencing the key value. So let's quickly put a check mark here: changing values of an object. Now I have car name as Toyota and the price is $5,000, so I want to change the price. Maybe I'm adding a discount and I'm kind of putting it at $4,000. Now, if I should console the log car, it's going to give me the updated price. Now, how JavaScript does it reads your code from the top to the bottom. So when you come here and see car.price is $5,000, whoa, yeah, it picks up that value, and then it shifts down here and see car.price is 4,000. It automatically uses this 4,000 and replaces this $5,000 we have here. So let's see what it's gonna give us. Cool. So you see, we have $4,000 right now. Okay, great. So objects is not so difficult topic. It all depends on the approach you take in learning this stuff. Trust me, JavaScript is not hard. I say it's not hard. Yeah, I mean it. It's not hard. It all depends on the approach you use in learning it. So just stick around with me. We're gonna see how we're gonna do this. Okay, now we've been doing all this stuff by ourselves. Now let's create a dynamic JavaScript function that take a user input, fill it into an object, and prints the value. So I own a bookstore and I want to have an object of a book. So let's just create the book object. Let book is equals to, I'm just going to put in an empty value for now. Book name, the book name, the book author, price 0, and okay, so what else? Date, that's manufacturing date. Yeah, let's put it null. Okay, null means it's empty. So if I should console.log this book now, we could see, yes, you can see empty values, right? Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to ask the user for his input, and then once the user passes the input, then we fill in all these stuff. So let's quickly do that. Let book name is equals to prompt. Okay, so we've talked about prompt in the previous lesson. So if you haven't or if you don't know what prompt is, you could go back to the previous lessons and look at how and what we talk about prompt and how to use it. Okay, so I just want to put this in a function so that we could reuse it. I'll say function add book. Okay, so just put this prompt. Okay, good. Yeah, enter book name. Okay, let book author. You could notice that I'm using descriptive names. Yeah, I am an advocate of clean codes. I don't mind if my variable names are long. So far, by looking at it, you understand that, okay, this is what I'm talking about. That's the main goal. You should avoid using magic strings and numbers. I could just put BN, something like, okay, I want to talk about the book price, let BP. So it's actually funny. Someone might come to the code and be like, what's BP? And it's trying to figure out why we're using BP. But by looking at book author, okay, we're trying to get the book author from an input field. You see, very easy. And if I should come back 5 years later, I'm still going to understand this code. So that is one of the things you need to put into consideration. Okay, prompt. Okay, enter name of book author and book price. Okay, is equals to, okay, so I'm adding a plus because we want to convert the string to a number. Prompt, whatever you pass in prompt, irrespective of if it's a number or string, JavaScript automatically converts it to a string. So what I'm doing is I'm converting it back to a number. Yeah, you can Google about that and get more. Prompt enter So let's book date. Okay, so we have four prompts for the four values. Now, after getting all this, what we need to do is to start filling it. So book dot name is equal to book name. So book dot author is equal to book author. Then book dot price is equal to book price. Then book dot date is equal to book date. Good. After that, we need to consult the logbook so we could see our new value. Great. Now, if I should go refresh, our book is empty. Then I want to call this function add book. You can call it from your terminal, right? Okay, enter the book name. I'm just gonna give it JC JavaScript crash course. Okay, so it's gonna be my book author name JC Coda. Okay, book price. I'm gonna give it at a minimal price. Let's say $4,000. It's affordable, right? Book date 2023. Right, it's recent. Oh, cool! Look at what we have here. We have an object containing the author, date, name, and price. Awesome, isn't it? So you can see that JavaScript object enables us to have all these property grouped together. Unlike variables, we're going to be having different variables, and it's going to make our code a little bit more chunky and much. So JavaScript objects have come to solve some of this problem by enable us to group stuff by key value pairs. As we proceed and go further and look at more topics like arrays, we're going to look at how objects help us to create cool stuffs. Yeah, I think after arrays, we should get into building stuff because after arrays, then we're going to look at some fun projects. Then we move to DOM, the interesting part in JavaScript, where we have to link our JavaScript to HTML, and we talk about using forms, getting input from forms, and creating navars, animations, and those cool stuff. Right? You don't want to miss that. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's going to help me to get this video to so many people, and also it's going to enable more people who want to learn about JavaScript the easy way to find this video. Also, like, share, and see you very soon. Yeah, I'm going to be dropping my videos much more recently. Yeah, so that we could go very fast. And yeah, trust me, the basics is always it's always tough, but as we proceed, it's gonna be easy. So see you in the next one. Stay tuned.